Hello, my hospice family. Come on in, guys. So, surprise, surprise. I actually decided today, well, not today, but a few days ago, I got a tripod, okay? I got a little small mini tripod, okay? And it's really good. So now I'm hands-free. I figured that's awesome while I'm in bed because today, um, I just was not able to come on live during the day like I wanted to, you know, and I miss you guys, I miss my hospice family. So I said, okay, even though I cannot come on during the day, let me come on at least at night. I'm not going to stay here too long, guys. It's almost my bedtime, but I wanted to come out here and just say hi to the caregivers. I appreciate you guys so, so, so much. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you so much for, you know, the hard work, the commitment. Every day you are here, you take care of your loved ones, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it. So I really want to say and want to encourage you guys to keep on going. You are awesome. You are absolutely awesome, guys. Okay. All right, my hospice family, where are you guys? Come on in, guys. Come on, come on. Um, I don't really have a topic for tonight. I just want to say hi. Hey, my friends are coming in. Oh, I'm so happy now. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Tay. Good evening, Anna. How you guys doing? Tay says, why is my skin so shiny? Because my nighttime routine, my friend. I put on my nighttime routine. Hello, Anna. How you doing, Anna? Thank you, Anne. Anne. Anea. That is so pretty. You guys, please come on in, okay? And talk to me, y'all. Good evening. I'm so glad you guys are here. My name is Nurse Dawn, okay? My name is Nurse Dawn. I'm a hospice registered nurse. All right. Be part of the family. Okay, guys? Please be sure to subscribe, okay? If you haven't done so, and give me a like. I am from up north, Tay. Where are you from? I'm in the USA. I'm in the USA, my friend. Okay. I am a hospice nurse. Welcome to DunsHospice. We talk about how to take care of our family who is sick. If you guys have a family who's sick, if you have a family with a terminal illness and you're not sure how to take care of them, this is the channel that I teach us, I encourage us, I uplift us. Okay? Oh, Tay's also from up north. Yay! I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. That is so cool. Okay? So yes, guys, I'm just here just to talk to us, get to know us more, and you guys could ask me any questions you want in terms of nursing. If you're interested in, you know, becoming a nurse, if you're interested in being part of the nursing field, you know, definitely you guys can do that, okay? Okay, guys? Absolutely. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here, guys. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate y'all. Who watching right now is interested in becoming a nurse? Hmm? Yes, I have been to New York, Tay. But it's been a few years since I've been to New York. I remember going to Central Park and we rented a bicycle, and we drove, well, not drove, we rode around Central Park, and that was really nice. You know, that was so awesome. Noah wants to go to New York. Yes, New York is an awesome place to be. Like the first time I went to New York, guys, I felt like I was in a different world, because of Times Square. I had never experienced something like Times Square before. Like anybody who's watching right now, if you haven't been to New York, you definitely should go. Times Square, oh my goodness, there are so many lights. I was like, I was just looking around, like I was amazed, going to Times Square. It was so bright. I had never seen so much lights before in the street. You know what I mean, guys? So I was like, wow, that's just awesome, guys. Olivia wants to know what grade am I in. Olivia, I'm done with school, sweetie. I graduated college, I got my master's degree, and I got my nursing degree. So I'm done with school. No more school for me, my friend. Oh my goodness, I spent so many years in school, you know? So I'm done. I got my degrees and now I teach people. Now I work. I work full time as a registered nurse. But my passion, what I really want to do is focus on my own business. Like I'm a counselor, I'm a life coach, I'm an author, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a speaker. That's what I really want to do full time, you know? Absolutely. That's what I really want to do, guys. You guys, I'm so happy that I got this tripod so that my hands are free. Because before, I used to have to hold on to the phone. And then, God spoke to me and God said, um, like just buy something, you know? Tay, you funny. Tay is so funny. Hello, Ryder. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you so much for being here at Duns Hospice. Let me know if you guys have any questions about hospice and things like that. Or would you like to hear the story? I've already told that story, but I could tell it again of why I became a hospice nurse, because this is a new audience here. Let me know what you guys wanna if you wanna hear, you know. Tay, what are you referring to, my friend? Nothing funny about what, my friend? Hmm? But yes, guys, so I started out my career as a nurse in 2010, okay? In 2010. And when I started out my career, I was actually at a rehab hospital, you see? And the rehab hospital had people who just had like a heart attack, who just had a stroke, you see? people who just had their hips replaced, their legs replaced, okay? So those are the kind of people that that came to the rehab, somebody who had a fall, who had an accident, who broke their legs, and now they're learning how to walk again, okay? So the rehab is basically a place, the rehab hospital, it's a place where people go, they come to short term. They go there short term until they're ready to go back out into the world. Okay. So that's what the rehab hospital does, And I was a nurse there, like I was like a brand new nurse, guys. Okay. And so because I was a nurse, I did not have a set floor. So they would transfer me to different floors. So that rehab hospital had also a long-term floor. And the long-term floor, guys, was where the older people were. Those were the people that they're there forever, like they're not here to get better. So those are like our elder patients with, Alzheimer's, with dementia, just our cute little old ladies, old men. And so sometimes I would go to that floor and work there too, And when I would go to work on that floor, guys, like I would notice that some of these patients would have hospice nurse, okay, would have a hospice nurse to come and visit them, you know? And then I got curious and started talking to the hospice nurses who would come, to visit them. And what I noticed is that anytime there's a change in the patient, I was told by my supervisor to call hospice. I was told, call hospice, ask for the hospice nurse to come out, you know, um, find out what would hospice do, you know? And then the hospice nurse would come, and is like, she would take 30 minutes with the patient, sometimes even like an hour, in the room with her. And I was like, what is she doing in there for so long? Like I was just curious. And at the same time, I was like, that is so awesome because myself as a floor nurse, I did not have that luxury because I often had like 10 patients to take care of. Okay. And so I had to go to room to room to room to take care of this one, of that one, that one. So I did not have the luxury to really get to know my patients, because I would just go in there, give them their medications, do the treatment, and be out, you know? And so, but the hospice nurse, she could come in, she could spend like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour with just that one patient. And when she would come in, like she would go over the charts. She would, ask me, over the last 24 hours, did the patient take any medication? How was their behavior? All that good stuff. And then if the patient, was uncomfortable, the hospice nurse would write out the scripts. She would write out not scripts, so sorry. Only doctors and nurse practitioners write scripts. She would write her recommendations, like she would have certain recommendations and she would write it down. And I, as the floor nurse, I would go and call the doctor and say, Doctor, the hospice nurse was here. This is what she recommends. So if the patient was like experiencing a lot of pain, the hospice nurse would recommend to, increase the dosage of the pain or even add more pain medications, okay? And so I was just curious, I was really, really curious. And so what happens is that one day I was talking to one of the hospice nurses who came to visit, and I, and then she mentioned to me, she was like, "Well, I think you should just try it part time. Just be a per diem nurse. Just try, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it. But at least go and try." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. All right, I will try. Okay." And so guess what? I did. I tried it, first I set it out on the weekends, on the weekends to go see the patients. And then I loved it, guys. I absolutely loved, working as a hospice nurse, you know. And ever since then, I never turned back. I have always, for the most part of my career, worked as a hospice nurse because it's one of those fields you either love it or you want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? And so, oops, excuse me, guys. And so that's how I started out my career, you know? That's how I started out my career, guys, as a hospice nurse. Because I was curious. I wanted to find out more. And I saw that, the hospice nurse would be able to spend so much time with the patient, So who watching right now, like which one of you guys is in the medical field? What are your thoughts on hospice, on end of life care? Do you think it's a necessary service? Huh? Who watching right now has had the opportunity to take care of somebody you love when they were dying, to take care of somebody that the doctors say there's no cure. Like, what do you do? What do you do when the doctors say there's no cure for your illness? I want you guys to know that there's a service out there called hospice care. You'll get the nurse, you'll get the social worker, you'll get the hospice aide, the spiritual coordinator, a whole lot of team members. And they'll all be there for you and to guide you, you know? It's a very good service because you don't have to do this by yourself, guys. You absolutely don't. And you guys, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Be sure to subscribe, okay? Subscribe and give me a like. Come and talk to me, guys. Let me know your names. Let me know where you're from. My name is Miss Dawn, okay? And you guys could also follow me on TikTok, also on Instagram too. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok under DunsHospice, okay? I believe on TikTok it's DunsHospice 22, all right? Oh, okay, guys. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. But that's what I wanted to come out here and say, guys, because I just wanted to come out and just say hi and just say thank you for your support. Thank you for liking my videos, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so, so great and awesome. And I also want to encourage you to keep going because I know that taking care of somebody you love who's dying, who's under hospice care, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But you guys are doing it every single day. Like, me as the nurse, I come in and out, you know, I go in and out of the house. But you, my friend, you stay there all the time, you know. So you really are doing God's work. And I want to encourage you and I want you to know that there's a service out there that could help you at least a little bit, okay? So that you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to feel like you have to carry the load by yourself, okay, guys? All right? So that's what I wanted to say, okay, guys? So please be sure to subscribe, like the video, okay? Come back, come back, come back. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Take care of yourself and each other. All right, bye-bye.